Hello, 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 this is Evan Rogers coming at you with another exciting video for evanseasyjapanese.com. Here we're talking about e-adjectives. This is the second video. We're learning to conjugate them. Woo! E-adjectives number 2. Wait a second, you telling me we're gonna conjugate adjectives? Psh, you're crazy, Evan. Well, before we begin, make sure you're familiar with 1. How to read and write Japanese, hiragana, katakana, because I don't want you being lazy and not learning it. Learn it now! Number 2, review what e-adjectives actually are. There should be a link to my previous video. YouTube annotations will show you the way. Say what? Conjugating adjectives? Yo, crazy! In English, we don't really conjugate adjectives. That would be insane to do that in English. In fact, I did it here so you can see how insane it kind of is. We conjugate the verbs that interact with them. English is on the left, Japanese is on the right. On the left we see the girl is tall. The girl was tall. The girl is not tall. The girl was not tall. The girl will be tall. The girl will not be tall. You can see... Whoop. Don't know why my mouse appeared there. That's kind of weird. I think my mouse is haunted. I'm scared. Oh well. The show must go on. As you can see, the verb is what changes, not the word tall. Tall stays the same. However, if we conjugate adjectives in an English style on the right, this is what Japanese kind of looks like. The girl is tall. The girl is was tall. The girl is not tall. The girl is was not tall. And in Japanese, there's really no distinct future tense. It kind of just goes with the plain form. However, in Japanese, you see, we do change the adjective's tense. I'm going to show you how to do this and how it all works out. Okay? You better have said okay. So, like, how do we do it, Evan? Easy, brah. An e-adjective almost always looks like this. Something, something, something. E. That's why we call them e-adjectives, yo. To conjugate them, we just change that E into something else. To make it past tense, to say something was delicious, something was wonderful, something was blah 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 blah, we just change that E to a kata. Here's on the left, we got the regular. Oishii, tasty. Past tense is oishikatta. See how that kata replaces the E? I want to emphasize the fact that it's oishikatta. The E is still kinda there, but that's the E of the she, not the E of the E. Let me get out the mouse that's haunted to show you. This is oishii. This is oishikatta. You see how there's still that E sound? The E is still there because the she is there, not because this E is still there. The E is not there anymore. Have I confused you? It's not a big deal. Really, when it ends in a she followed by kata, we kinda don't pronounce that E sound very much, even though it is a she. Oishii, oishikatta. Muzukashii, muzukashikatta. Mezurashii, mezurashikatta. Takai, takakatta. Hikui, hikukatta. Tsumaranai, tsumaranakatta. Those are all those words there, and those are the past tenses. Tasty, difficult, strange, tall, high, low, boring. Anywho, notice. The past tense does not end in E. Did you notice that there is no E at the end of oishikatta? Thus, those past tense e-adjectives are e-adjectives, but they're not still e-adjectives. They obviously came from e-adjectives, but they're kind of no longer e-adjectives, because they don't end in E anymore. They're actually more functionally similar to a verb at this point. In fact, e-adjectives themselves are verb-like in nature, as we'll see in the future. Whoa! And here's how we make things negative, because being positive all the time sucks. Just change that E to a kunai. Okay? That's it, you know. So we have oishii turns into oishikunai. Muzukashii turns into muzukashikunai. Mezurashii turns into mezurashikunai. Takai turns into takakunai. Hikui turns into hikukunai. Tsumaranai, tsumaranakunai. What all those mean is oishii. Kono keiki wa oishii desu. That cake is delicious. Sono keiki wa oishikunai desu. That cake is not delicious. So when we want to say something is not an e-adjective, we use the kunai form, the negatives. Notice, all of those negatives still end in e. They still are e-adjectives. Thus, you can infinity negate something. You could do that, you'd be an idiot, but you could do that. That's still grammatically a possible thing to do. You can negate a negative, negative, negative infinity number of times if you want to, just it's not something that almost ever happens. Yeah. Now we're on negative past tense. See the past tense slide because I'm lazy. Remember how I said that the kunais are negative or are still e-adjectives? Well, since they're still e-adjectives, just change that last e to a kata, right? If the negatives are still e-adjectives, then just make these new negative e-adjectives into past tense and you have negative past tense. So oishii, which is negative, is oishikunai. Change oishikunai to oishikunakatta. Muzukashii, muzukashikunai, muzukashikunakatta. Mezurashii, mezurashikunai, mezurashikunakatta. Takai, takakunai, takakunakatta. Hikui, hikukunai, hikukunakatta. Tsumaranai, tsumaranakunai, tsumaranakunakatta. The past tense does not end in e just like the past tenses previously did. These ones are no longer e-adjectives just like the past tense. So once again, just takai. Takai is tall or high. To make it negative, we just go takakunai. To make it past tense, takakunakatta. Takakunakatta. Okay? Something was not tall or high. Takakunakatta. Wait, did I just say takai? Wait, takai? Takakunai? Takakunakatta? Takakunakatta for the rest of your days. It's a problem free. Takakunakatta-ree. Ooh, ooh. Takakunakatta. Thank you. I'll be here all night. Remember, now that you know that e-adjectives are conjugated, don't also conjugate des. I don't know why that underline kind of got funky there. Whatever. Oishikatta deshita? No. Oishii janai? No. Oishii deshita? No. I don't know who that lady is, but she's pretty angry looking. And we're about done. So, regarding e-adjectives, there's not much more to teach. Yep. When we learn to speak casually, which will be a later video, and when we learn to modify nouns, which I'm going to be making specific videos that teach you how to modify nouns, we will learn how to use e-adjectives a little bit better. Apparently I made that capital, so let me read it like I said. We'll learn how to use e-adjectives. Right now, we're kind of just learning how to do things with them. Now we can say things aren't, were, or were not an adjective. Sento wa kowakunakatta desu. The battle wasn't scary. Sento is battle. Kawaii is scary. Kawakunai is not scary. Kawakunakatta. Kawakunakatta des was not scary. The battle was not scary is. That's how we do it. Have yourself a holly jolly day, yo.